Respected panelists and respected faculty and delegates. On the behalf of Dr. Balbir Khan, I will be speaking on medical legal aspects of ROP. After the talk of Dr. Ajay Kapoor sir and Dr. Nishant Bhatt sir, and Dr. Ved sir and Dr. Dinesh Garg's comments, many things have been covered already. So I will be briefing just a few cases. So this is a case of that is a Amritsar couple who has won the case, and it is a good news for the pediatrician as well as ophthalmologist, as previously every case was compensation was charged, that is 2 crore or 1 crore, but in this case that is 50 crores against the pediatrician as well as the ophthalmologist. So just briefing about the case. That is 1700 grams, 750 gram of weight. That is with the history of sepsis. ROP screening was done within 4 weeks of NICU. And 1500 gram baby screened in OPD 5 weeks after birth. So both were advised 2 weekly follow-ups, means the proper documentation was done. But the parents missed. And the 6 months later, the child developed the 5-stage ROP. And it was diagnosed at the same institute. So the compensation was not granted because in this case the proper documentation was done. So even the ophthalmologist and the proper screening was done at the right time. So in this case the compensation was not granted. So learning in this case that the proper documentation is very important. So the national consumer did not award any compensation to the parents because that they even accepted the OPD records of the hospital where it was well documented that the retina is immature and needs regular follow-up, and if it develops the ROP, then it will need the treatment. So the advice that ROP should be done in NICU or the laser should be done in NICU whenever it is advised by the ophthalmologist. And even the OPD records, we should document each and everything on every visit of the child. And on every visit, once we are following up to the 42 weeks, they should be counseled the proper follow-ups. And it is that is if it is in zone 1, then we have to do the screening, that is weekly. And if it is in the zone 2, the immature vessels, then 2 weekly. And if they are in third zone, then 3 weekly. And if the patient is very small baby, like the 26 weeker or the 28 weeker, then before that also, normally we recommend 30 days of screening, of 30 days of life. So in these cases, maybe the 15 days of life should be screened. So lessons to be learned, screening should be done on 30 days. And whenever there are 26 weeker or 27th weeker, it should be done at the earliest. And OPD records are well accepted and should be well maintained. So, so the second case, that is the second case from the Patiala, that is where the anesthetist was the owner of the hospital and the pediatrician was involved. And it was in 2005 when the 750 gram weight baby was and 27 weeker. He was on ventilator for 4 weeks, and the examination was done on the 5 weeks and by the ophthalmologist, and he was told about the immediate treatment and he was referred to the higher center. But the parents they did not went on time, and after the child went to stage 5A where the child needed the surgical treatment. And after the surgical treatment, and patient while in surgery he went sick, and again after that the life of the child could be saved. But after the 2 years, then the case was the parents complained for the case, and the National Commissioner Court awarded 25 lakh compensation plus interest. So now the case is in the High Court, and because the pediatrician and ophthalmologist and pediatrician, they failed to notify the parents about the strict follow-up. And but in this case, the ophthalmologist is not involved, because when he was referred at the time, he was diagnosed and he advised the treatment. So it is very important that whenever any ophthalmologist receive the call for the ROP screening, pupil should be dilated, and it should be done with the speculum and with the indirect ophthalmoscopy. We cannot do with the direct ophthalmoscope, or undilated ROP screening should not be done at any case. And ROP follow-up is to be mentioned on discharge card clearly with the date. And head of the hospital and the owner, they are equally responsible for the missed ROP. So the duties of the ophthalmologist, that is information to be communicated verbally and in writing and in their own language in which they understand. So the critical time is the window period. So counseling for zone 1 is very important in some few patients when we inject, and there is the chances for the recurrence. So they should be told that even after the anti-VEGF, the child may need the that is surgery as well as the laser. So they have to follow up once on every follow up. They should be counseled and they should be given a chair time. So reactivation is possible even after the injections and even after the laser in few cases. And if you are in doubt, you can always refer for the second opinion and document your conversation with the parents in physician notes. So no child is born blind from ROP. Screening is safe even for babies who are on ventilator. Do not deny ROP screening for babies who did not receive oxygen. Do not deny ROP screening in larger babies. Follow Indian screening guidelines. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajendra, for an excellent presentation on behalf of Dr. Balbir Khan.
I hope I could justify.
Of course, yes, you always do. So before we go on to the next talk, I think we can have the discussion on ROP because it's very important, and I think the session should have been named ROP session only. So before we start the discussion for 5 to 7 minutes, I have a few comments on this your talk. One most important point which you already mentioned was that always keep the records of the baby in the hospital also. Do not hand over all the records, even if it's for a screening only. Because in Punjab only, I don't want to name anyone, something happened that they gave all the records to the parents and the lawyers kept whatever suited them and they threw away whatever did not suit them. We do not want that to happen, and that's why they had to pay a humongous, to quote your word, compensation. So keep the records yourself, and always I have made a stamp like with what you dilate. Okay, diluted drops make a stamp. Sisters will forget to write. And eye drops, antibiotics, because in LV Prasad only, such a top institution, sorry, there was a educated couple who brought a child, and the child developed a very severe conjunctivitis. They filed a case against the LV Prasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad, then several years ago, and there was a lot of harassment. There was no compensation, but it's only harassment. Okay, if you have written antibiotic drops, written, not written is not done. That is one point. Second, very important point, which most of us are not aware, is that we have to keep the records of the children for 21 years, not 3 years, like any medical records. Because 3 years is for that medical record, and 18 years the child becomes adult, and he has a decision to make for himself, and so 21 years. So electronic medical records or whatever you want to do. Second point is that we do lasers. Many of you are doing the lasers. So after the laser, do not send the baby home immediately. Okay, they can go into apnea. We have seen our children going into apnea after laser. Let them sit at least for 1 hour, maybe 2-3 hours, and the anesthetist should always be there. And you should know how to use an ambu bag. Let him teach you how to use an ambu bag. Okay, this is very, very important. And that's all. Now